The president's advisor on national security may not have much job security. Late today, White House counselor Kellyanne Conway said the president had full confidence in Michael Flynn, but minutes later, the White House rushed out a correction, saying that Mr. Trump is evaluating Flynn. This is all about conversations that Flynn had with Russia's ambassador to the United States before the president was inaugurated. It can be a crime for a private citizen to negotiate with a foreign government. Here's our chief White House correspondent, Major Garrett.
North Korea is a big problem, and we will deal with that very strongly.
As President Trump and Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau held a news conference, National Security Advisor Michael Flynn, his job hanging in the balance, joined other senior White House officials in the front row. Mr. Trump ignored shouted questions about his confidence in Flynn as he left the East Room. Counselor to the president, Kellyanne Conway.
Yes, General Flynn does enjoy the full confidence of the president, and this is a big week for General Flynn. He's the point of contact for many of these foreign visits.
Just over an hour later, though, the White House said the president is evaluating the situation. The FBI and other intelligence agencies are investigating conversations Flynn had with the Russian ambassador to the U.S. before President Trump's inauguration. Flynn initially denied discussing U.S. sanctions on Russia during the calls, a potential violation of federal law. But last week, Flynn said he couldn't be sure if the topic came up. In January, Vice President-elect Pence defended Flynn on Face the Nation.
Those conversations that happened to occur around the time that the United States took action to expel diplomats had nothing whatsoever to do with those sanctions.
The White House now says President Trump is speaking to Vice President Pence relative to the conversation the vice president had with General Flynn. Multiple sources tell CBS Flynn called Pence to apologize this weekend. White House policy advisor Stephen Miller was asked yesterday if deceiving the vice president was a fireable offense.
It's not for me to answer hypotheticals. It wouldn't be responsible. It's a sensitive matter.
Flynn's attempt to apologize has not satisfied Pence or White House Chief of Staff Reince Priebus, and his status remains tenuous. Scott, today the president, reading from a list provided by White House press aides, called on two members of the U.S. press corps. Neither asked about Flynn.
Major Garrett at the White House for us tonight.